Anyway, so this thing resembles a revolver. At least I thought that's how it looked. All capsules are in place. Conditions inside the capsules are normal. That's how you normally get into space, isn't it? Launch error correction +2. Orbital correction -1. Corrections complete. But it's still an explosive, isn't it?
Well, we can't do that anymore.
Clear.
Why do they have to take away the rockets?
Well, because they weren't getting anything useful out of them.
So it would have been.
NASA's they're still like doing all these. They're still observing space.
They're just not doing the manned space program.
Like, I mean, the only possible thing we have left to do up in space is send supplies to the ISS.
Still, I would have liked to have been up there seeing the moon.
Man, I hope everything goes well. Space flights are different.
They'll be fine.
They're still working on those.
Funny you should.
I think they're in good hands.
Let's pray for a safe return. Okay, shall we go?
Reminds me of a.
We need a spacesuit in order to do anything on the moon, but this is the moon, and enjoy.
Hey, come back!
Way less.
Jeez, what's up with her?
What the?
I'm gonna turn into the moon part from Futurama.
I remember there was a letter to the editor of some newspaper that was like.
Let's go outside.
Was when President Bush said something about going into, like, building a colony on the moon, and the letter said, "Yes, I agree with him. We should do that. Let's send him up there."
You being president of the moon colony.
Now we have this big floating prism, rectangular prism.
No, it's a shiny Zohar.
Oh, it is kind of like a Zohar, except that thing on it is not a Hebrew
Say,
letter.
wasn't the city in that direction?
It's a shiny Zohar, it's different.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you mean
Dr.
the original
Odine
ones
might
weren't
be in
shiny?
trouble. Zell, we better head for the city at once.
Black when they're shiny?
Dr. Odine might know what's going on.
That's why I said. Alright, who's coming with us? I'm staying with the symbol on it.
Alright, so Edea has to be in your party, as I found out here. Which was... I didn't really like, because Edea is not going to stay in your party, so the levels that she gets are pretty much useless.
Well, pouty face. What?
I think she said pouty face.
Okay.
It's something like you might say when stuff like that happens. It's like you can have a new party, but it's kind of used that shit. Party face.
Oh, party face.
Pouty.
That's what I thought you said.
Yes.
You crazy British people.
I am not crazy!
You say it, you make strange noises from another dimension.
Alright, so, that all the way we just walked, we have to go back now.
Backtracking, yay!
Yes, this is one of the few times when you get someone other than Squall on the world map. I was thinking of going down to Tears Point, and I will be going down there at some time for a very important item, but I decided no, not now.
Let us actually proceed with what we were doing, guys.
Yes, well, there's a much faster way to get there not too long from now.
Good.
In fact, it's a much faster way to get pretty much anywhere.
Teleportation?
That is the fastest way to get anywhere.
What about light speed?
Well, depends what...
Teleportation tends to be instantaneous. It's faster than light speed.
Church.
Alright, so I'm just wondering why, like, my GFs haven't been learning stuff, and it's because, yeah, most of them are working on abilities that take lots and lots of AP to learn.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of needing AP.
Oh god, I hate that one Stop!
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. The one that's a lot more threatening than the others.
Kill it!
The thing is, Jen tends to use bad breath before you can possibly run away. Now, if you notice, then Selphie is neither spinning nor red. And the Malboro does just about the stupidest thing it can do by attacking Selphie and thus waking her up. And treatment makes all those nasty status effects go bye-bye all at once.
I get out of that being in bad breath state, spinning around. Look at him. He's running like Tosh now.
I like how her fancy piece is going through Selphie's head.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Well, because clipping's not a thing, so it just does whatever it wants.
That dissolving acid thing is I think that's a gravity type attack, like percentage based.
Based on the amount of damage it's been doing to you, I think that's the same assumption.
Okay, one of the moves I did here did a whole lot more damage than I was expecting. Yeah, I guess it was that one.
Well, that would make sense. You're dropping it on its head.
But like it did 20 times as much damage as the first two.
Wait, what was that dolphin attack?
That was a new one that I had not used yet, because you need to learn it from one of the Combat King magazines.
You attacked it with dolphins!
Yes, I did. Is there something wrong with that?
That's just excessively silly even for Final Fantasy.
Is anything excessively silly for Final Fantasy?
Look at this stats effect is spinning around and we're about to throw up because it's nauseating.
And once again, it attacks Selphie, who can then get rid of all the status effects. Now, when I get status defense times 4, I can add defense against sleep, which means that I won't have to wait for someone to wake up. But I don't have that yet. The other thing about Malboros is that you can't just get a few lucky hits on them and beat them because they have lots of hit points.
Oh yeah, they're Malboros. They're just huge jerks.
Yes, they are just about the biggest jerks in the Final Fantasy universe. But this is why I have the treatment ability.
It makes sense to have it, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, once you get out of, like, bad breath status, you want to take these guys down hard.
Isn't there an attack name, like one of the songs in FF game, Dark Messenger?
Yes, it is the theme that plays when you are fighting Kuja for the last time in FF9.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, it carries Demi, to which it is not immune. So it is a good idea to cast that on it.
Test it and kill it.
Is Demi the one that does 1/4 damage?
Yes, and to something with this many hit points, that's a good idea
Still
to do.
a lot of damage.
But for some reason, sometimes it does more or less than that. I don't know why, but sometimes it does. Like, you'll notice that the couple of times this battle was not consistent with doing, a 4th damage every time.
And it's that.
Well, I mean, it's possible to critical hit this stuff.
True. So this is what will happen if you don't have status curing effects. Basically, you will keep attacking and missing because you're blinded and reserved. And you keep taking damage because you're poisoned.
That's not good at all.
And, by the way, if you're not taking damage quickly enough, you'll get petrified when that timer, which you can barely see because of all the other stuff there, hits 0.
I can actually see that.
Or you'll die.
Yeah.
Well, yes, because of the poison.
Edea's already.
And I'm just really waiting for Selphie to wake up here, because that's what saved me the other times.
So it's basically a home twiddle moment. There we go.
Oh, a what moment?
You twiddle your thumbs.
Yeah, the good news is that if you don't take an action, then you don't take poison damage. So, it's not like she's just gonna die waiting to wake up.
Unlike other Final Fantasy games.
And at this point, I realized that there was a large flaw in my setup. That flaw was that Selphie can't revive people.
So, whoops.
Oopsie!
And Zell's just like, I'm gonna spin around in circles. Screw you.
Not anymore.
So is Selphie immune to the spinny thing in Berserk?
Yes, I have her immune to Confuse and to Berserk.
And that's
Okay, at
what
least
I did.
5 people.
Yeah, the fact that so now I'm trying to get Selphie's limit break. Instead I get Edea's limit break. No complaint there. He already had a bad flashback, remember? Oh, maybe you weren't there for that session.
Wow, it killed me.
That is how you kill. Oh, maybe you were there. That is how you kill a Malboro.
Without the
Just have an 8 kill him.
ability to fight off bad breath.
And
Well,
then everybody levels up.
I did have the ability to fight off bad breath.
No, I meant the other effects, sorry.
Yeah, the other effect, like I said, the other effect that I would like to have been able to cure or to avoid was sleep. But I only have status defense junction times 2. So if you only have that, then Berserk and Confuse are the ones that you want to defend against.
I gotcha.
It's like, save! Do not want to lose experience and items from that battle.
No, you don't.
By the way, if you want to see all of everyone's limit breaks, around now is a good time to start hoarding curse spikes. Lots of them.
Do you use them on each other to smash hit points down?
You need 100 of them to make a certain other item.
But you're so close! Thanks, Odin. Yo, dog, I heard you fought a Malboro just now, so I'll just kill these guys for you.
Why couldn't you have shown up before? By the way, if that Malboro had been a higher level, it would have dropped Malboro Tentacles, which can teach Quistis bad breath.
Because Quistis is secretly a Malboro.
She shoots lasers out of her eyes. She can do some pretty creepy stuff.
I don't know, I still think that shooting a dog out of a cannon is not good for the dog's health.